The ringtone on Zoom is so fucking depressing.
It's like, alright, man, we get it.
Welcome to, I don't know why I'm loud, but welcome to another episode of No Grandmas Allowed, ladies and gentlemen. You're joined again with Imran and JJ.
Gentlemen.
If your grandma was to watch this show, it would be like Iran back in 2007 claiming that 14 squirrels found near the nation's borders were actually spies.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Bro, that is for real.
I'm real. The way you walk, the way you talk.
Bro, Ja Rule was...
Where is Ja?
He is so shit.
You know what? His music was banging, man.
He was only good because he had some bass in his voice. Nah.
His music was good. It's just himself as a person, a bit of a flop.
Especially after that
Fire Festival.
Fire, yeah. What the hell? And he tried to do another one. Hey, it got the media's attention, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It went, hey, Ja,
Hey,
don't do that. Ja, come over here, Ja. Let me talk to you for a minute. Stop.
But it was like a nice way, because you know how nice everyone is nowadays. Stop it.
Bro, what about our old mate Chris D'Elia, bro?
Yeah, so what happened? Tell us what happened.
Well, basically, he got Me Too'd. A bunch of girls have posted fucking hundreds of messages between him and underage girls at the time. This was about 8 or 9 years ago. He was probably roughly about 30. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know a lot of facts when it comes to this, but fuck, it's pretty heartbreaking because I was a big fan of his. I've got his merchandise.
You will be redirected back to your article in 7 seconds. Hey, why? I didn't want to go anywhere else. I wanted to go to the article. What a fucking... Okay. Another co-star. Oh, bro. The fact that they put him up with next to this actor from the show. What's the show that they were on?
You.
And doesn't he play the role of someone
He plays a pedophile.
This is how they twist shit to make his image even worse. Because
okay, but this is the thing.
Is it proven?
It's the messages are all out there. You know what I mean? But he said also he's sorry. He didn't know these girls were underage, and he never slept with them. That part's true. He didn't sleep with any of them. He was just chatting them up.
Can you get really fucked for soliciting underage girls? Even if the intention was not to go anywhere else with them, if he knew their age?
I don't think it's like nothing to do with the law, but I think he'd just be frowned upon and be cancelled.
Right.
Which is upsetting. Which is fucking bullshit, bro. I was loving his stuff, bro. I've got his merchandise, bro.
Look at this. The second sentence in this article says D'Elia had a 3-episode arc on the Netflix series You last season, playing a man who menaces a 15-year-old girl. Why do you have to mention that? Why the fuck has that? What has that? Hey, Chris D'Elia, artist who does a painting this amazing, means that he's into fucking frogs. Where's the connection? It makes no sense.
Ribbit.
You want to hear something funny, bro?
Yeah,
With WhatsApp? Okay. I can have, all right, long conversations on WhatsApp with my mates when we're gaming, okay? All right? And it doesn't drop out once. It doesn't.
Or even us two just talking, having a meeting.
It doesn't drop out once. But there is something in WhatsApp that goes like this. Oh, he's trying to do a podcast. Go, go, go. Get him. Attack. Ah. You know those like over-exaggerated deaths?
My ribs! Ribs!
I mean, we didn't really go into detail here, but the problem is another co-star comedian, Chris D'Elia, has spoken out about recent allegations that the comic solicited underage girls on social media.
Yeah. We could go into details, but there's no point. You know what I mean? He hasn't said anything else. He's had a statement and he issued an apology. But I watch a lot of his a lot of the podcasts who he's friends with, like the Fighter and the Kid, Bad Friends, Tiger Belly, like Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino, Brian Callen, Andrew Shaw, all these guys. They're all good mates with him, comedians, and they've all came out and said they've never seen Chris talk to any underage girls or do any of the stuff that he's being accused of in front of them. So at the same time, a lot of them are heartbroken that they were crying on their podcast. That they can't believe that this is happening right now. They kind of do believe that he was talking to girls that were underage. Right. But my opinion is, I reckon girls hit him up, and he was just chatting back with them without having any knowledge that these girls were underage.
Oh, Whitney Cummings. It's taken me a couple of days to process the information I've learned about Chris. I'm devastated and enraged by what I've read and learned. This is a pattern of predatory behavior. This abuse of power is enabled by silence. Now that I'm aware, I won't be silent. Girls should be able to be a fan of a comedian they admire without becoming a sexual target. It's the adult's responsibility to be an adult.
Because they're all cut at him, bro.
Damn, I really didn't. I mean, I saw this in the news. I didn't know it escalated to be so bad.
Everyone's devastated.
But you know what, though? Like, I don't know. I'm going to sound like the devil's advocate here, definitely.
No, but I'll probably agree with you.
I don't know what's going on 100%. I will admit to that right now. Mm-hmm. But the first impressions that I'm getting here is that, he hasn't done anything serious other than solicit. Is that bad? If in the eyes of the law that's bad, okay, then maybe I need to reconsider my position. And if that's been proven. But beyond that, why, is someone like Whitney Cummings all of a sudden...
Someone that's that close with him.
All of a sudden, what the fuck, yada yada. This really extra sensitive... we're all victims now to Chris because he's a fucking predator. No, he's got a kid. He's got a missus, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Bro, Brendan Schaub on Fighter and the Kid, the former UFC fighter now turned comedian. Bro, he couldn't stop crying. He goes, I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm disgusted. And then he just started breaking down, bro. It was bro, everyone thought that out of any of Chris's mates, he would have been the one to defend him and be like, but how old is 15 years old really? Be like that type of attitude. But nah, he was devastated because he used to look up to Chris. This is what they said. They go, it's like losing a family member to death.
Well, that's scary and a bit more dangerous for his image, because if the people that are closest to him, in the comedic world are suddenly turning that eye, then that's going to motivate people who don't know him to do the same.
Bro, Bobby Lee broke down in his podcast. He was just, bro, hands on head. He's just I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Serious?
He's never done... He goes, Chris has never done anything like that around us. He goes, but I'm hurt and I'm upset about what's come up.
Oh, no, dude. I'm looking at his episodes on YouTube and he hasn't posted since.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, damn.
He's in hiding, bro.
That's a shame. I really like him. It was right now I feel the same as I did when this. I'm not comparing this to Chris D'Elia's situation, but right now I do feel the same as I really like Michael Jackson and I fucking love his music.
Okay, that's different. I'll tell you why it's different. Because all of a sudden, when this motherfucker's dead, you got two cunts accusing him, and it wasn't even true.
I agree with that. It's all hearsay. Yes, absolutely. But the thing is, you
can't defend yourself if you're dead.
For how many years has it happened, even when he was alive? All I'm trying to say is that I'm not on the other side of the fence. I'm not on his side of the fence. I'm just confused because I love this guy so much. You know what I mean?
That's so true. But with the Michael Jackson scenario, the guy from Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. Jubilee Chris. He went to the Neverland Ranch and stayed with Michael Jackson overnight. When he was a little kid, and he came on Joe Rogan's podcast and said, didn't do anything to me.
I love the Netherlands.
Candy and I went to bed.
Yeah, that's right. But then, it matters because he's a celebrity.
But this is the thing with that whole Michael Jackson thing at the same time is, why, as a parent, would you ever let your fucking kid stay at another grown man's house?
Bro, have you seen Neverland?
Bro, I've seen Neverland, but I'm not dumb, bro. You know,
sure?
I wouldn't even let my kid stay at their uncle's house unless they're fucking married, bro.
Yeah, but have you seen Neverland?
Yeah, Neverland was pretty hectic.
She was definitely going like this, okay? The mum was hanging around, okay? And the kid came up and went, Mom, my bum hole hurts, or whatever happened. And she's like, but have you seen Neverland? That place was a fucking haven, and you knew she had some ignorance. She was just like, "Oh, don't worry, it's fine. Like, it'll go away. You'll heal up. Your body will heal. Scars heal." I mean,
that's stupid parents doing stupid things, bro. You know, and of course, you would love the Neverland Ranch, you fucking pedophile. The whole Chris D'Elia saga, like these girls were messaging him, he was messaging back. I don't know how true it is that he didn't know that they were underage. That's the part I really want to know.
Did they? Okay, all right. Let's look at it from a really fresh perspective. Was there anything that indicated to Chris D'Elia that on the wherever they were messaging, whatever medium they were messaging from, could indicate their age?
That's the thing, bro. I'm like, as if you don't fucking have half a brain and be like, man, that chick's really young.
And
you know
ask, at least.
Yeah, and be like, how old are you? And if you went, I'm 14. And if you went, if it bleeds, it breeds, fuck it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. If you did a fucking R. Kelly, then we get it. But
yeah. Oh, bro. Kelly's the worst.
Okay, let me say this. Let's say in from a fresh perspective, he's started speaking to a chick. He's gotten really excited. He's a man. That's a woman. Was a girl. And he's talking to her like it's all normal. And he's probably not asking because he's assumed that she is old enough, okay? And she's behaving like she is old enough. Not to say that it's either one's fault, but they never brought the topic up whatsoever.
Yeah, so that's what he's getting accused for grooming them. So
right.
Pretty much probably making them lean towards let them ask if they want to come over. If you've got half a brain, you would know to ask a fucking question and be like, hey, how old are you?
But what if she looked 18 to you?
If she looked 18... I would not go near her, bro. I'd ask for her ID.
You know why I wouldn't go near her?
Straight out, bro, we're 30 years old, bro. I reckon doing an 18-year-old now would be pedophilia.
Yeah, mentally speaking, it is like pedophilia because they have no idea what the fuck's going on. But you know what?
Then again, I love older women. Shout out to MILFs.
I'm glad that's what this became about. But what I want to point out is like...
if any MILFs want to, just know that I'm a podcast star.
Hey, what's up? Fucking wake up. This is why I wouldn't understand, okay? Is because back in the day, I didn't get any chicks and didn't speak to much either. To a girl, I was a girl, okay? I looked like such a fucking girl back in the day because at one stage, like in year 9, I fucking grew
You
my
were so
hair.
pretty.
I was, dude. Because I have a baby face. Well, I had a baby face, and then that's why I'm growing this beard. It's a defense mechanism for my sexuality.
I really like your beard, but you got this.
Yeah, well, why don't you fuck me, huh?
Oh yes, bro. I remember this chick. Now let's get to a story. I remember I was in year 8 and I'm pretty sure I spoke about this. I don't know if I spoke about this chick previously on our previous episode, but there was this chick named Selin. She went to Chester Hill High School in Sydney. If you listen to this, Selin, hit me up on Instagram. I haven't seen you in years.
Just to clarify, we're not talking about our friend's sister. You know who you are. Go on.
I was never talking about her.
I need to clarify because you saw what happened to Chris D'Elia. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, so this Selin chick is only a couple of years younger than me now, so she's probably 28. And I remember, no, not even. She's probably a year younger. And then I remember I'm in year 8. She's in year 7, and she goes, to my cousin. I'm single, I want to date someone. And my cousin goes, bro, on Emerson, he goes, bro, this chick's keen for a relationship you want. I go, yeah, all right. And then she goes, she messaged me, would you go out with me? I go, sure. She wrote, I love you. I wrote back, ditto. And I'm like, it's so romantic. Anyway, this chick, bro, I never met up with her until I went to year 9.
You never met up with her and you guys told each other that you loved each other with a ditto.
I said ditto.
Is that what it was for? So you could protect your fucking... I never said I love you. I'm a teenager. What a sicker, bro. Like, first of all, ditto is gayer, okay? 100%.
Because it gets worse. She once said, I love you on the phone. I went, okay, bye. Because mum was standing right next to me, and she would call the house phone. And she'd go, hi, Teaser, is Jeevan home? And she's like, yeah, 1 second. Bro, on the phone, loud, JJ, sluts on the phone.
It's like, Mum, mute doesn't exist yet, huh?
And then she just chucks the phone, like the cordless house phone.
Why'd your mum do that?
Yeah, because she goes, stop giving girls our house number. I go, it's free.
Bro, can I tell you something? Your mum's perspective on that was so wrong. Like, if girls were calling up our house, my mum would be like, I'm so proud.
Mum goes, enough. Like, stop fucking giving girls our number. Anyway, but this chick, when I was in year 9, she was in year 8. I broke up with her by then, but we still stayed friends, and one of our mates ended up dating her.
Troubles in the relationship? Sorry, go on.
No, bro, we never met up. So I go, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, that hurts.
And then, but we still stayed friends on MSN, whatnot. We still chat here and there. And then, our mate, one of our schoolmates, I won't mention his name, but you probably know him. He goes, bro, I'm single, bro. I'm depressed. I'm like, bro, we're in year 9, bro. How depressed can you be about a girl, bro? And then he goes, do you know any girl that you can hook me up with? And I'll go, oh, I don't know anyone. And then that same day, that selling chick messages me on MSN, oh, I'm single, Jay. You know, I feel so lonely. I want to have a man in my life. I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, dude, we're in year 9, bro. What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean lonely? You're in your house with your family.
Go outside, bro. Go do a recreational sport, bro. Do something. I'm like,
fucking I'm lonely. These independent teenagers. God.
Oh, fuck me. And then I'll go, oh, wait a minute. Hey, I've got a mate from school. Do you want to hook up with him? I'll give you his number. I'll give you his number, blah, blah, blah. And hook you up. And I'll go, just have a chat at least. You know, you guys both depressing me right now. And then they're like, okay. So I got them to message each other.
Yeah.
Then they wanted to meet up. So Sedin had a chick. She was indigenous. Shout out to all the indigenous people. This is the issue I had with this person, was that she told me she was Italian the whole time, bro. We met up. She's full-blown Aboriginal.
Why?
I go, why didn't you just tell me you're Aboriginal? I thought you wouldn't want to hang out. I'll go, at least I'll be a man about it, a gentleman about it. I'll go, I won't fucking... I'll go, it's like me calling myself fucking Senegalese, bro.
What the fuck's that got to do with it? Oh, I didn't think you would want to hang out. Well, because you said that, I don't want to hang out.
And then fucking... This is on text message. And now the indigenous chick's having a go at me. She's like, fuck you fucking dog. You know, just because I'm Aboriginal, you don't want to talk to me. I'll go, I didn't say that. I'll go, I just told you to just be upfront and honest. How hard is that?
Yeah. No, imagine you went, I didn't say that. You said that, but I'm glad you realised.
Yeah, now let's go march and protest. Fucking. So that selling chick and our mate, we're going to go on a date. And then my mate goes, bro, come with me. You know, this way you can finally get to see who the fuck she looks like. I go, alright, I'll come with you. And then she goes, hey, Jay, I'm going to bring the Aborigine chick with me. I go, she doesn't like me. I go, why are you calling her to a very awkward fucking meetup? Okay, it's already awkward.
Yeah.
I go, Dad, you're going to date my mate. This is your first date and I'm coming with you, like, to hold hands. What the fuck's going on? And then she goes, just be nice to her. I go, I was always nice. She's the one who told me to go fuck myself. we get to Westfield. We're gonna go watch a movie, and then I finally get to meet the selling chick for the first time. We're gonna meet up at Parramatta Westfields. That's Western Sydney for our international viewers. We're gonna go watch a movie, blah blah blah. So we finally meet up with these two girls, and I finally get to see this selling chick. Apparently, I dated for 4 months that I never saw. Bro, she had the biggest tits I've ever seen in my life, bro. I'm like, damn, I should have met up with you earlier. Like, what the fuck did I do? She pulled out her Nokia 3315 out of her fucking cleavage, bro. That's how much room she had in there. I hug her, whatnot. Nice to meet ya, whatnot. We get to the indigenous chick comes. I'm like, hey, how are ya? And then she goes, don't fucking come near me.
I would say the same.
And so my point to all that story, I'll finish the story first. And then we get to the movies, okay? Now, I'm sitting next to our mate. But that selling chick goes, Jay, why don't you come sit next to me as well, and I'll get to know you as well. I'm like, this is weird. Very weird. It's like now she's doing 2 dates at once.
Yeah.
Okay?
First time threesome.
She's holding hands with our mate, but yet she's got her hand on my leg.
Oh.
And I'm just there going, this is where I went,
I'm 14, I'm 14, I'm 14.
Because the boner just grew and grew and grew.
So it was so easy back then.
Yeah, bro. And then the next day at school, she messages me, thank you so much for hooking me up with your mate. You know, I appreciate it, you know, that I was depressed and lonely. And then, you brought a friend. He's a nice guy and all, Jay, but you know what? I still love you. I still have feelings for you, and I want to be with you. And I went, I grab our mate. I go, look at these messages, cuz. He goes, that fucking bitch. He goes, I'm going to golf with her now. Fuck you, you fucking this, fucking that. But yeah, the moral to this story was that Chris D'Elia, if this chick looked a lot like Celine when she was 14, I don't blame him. Because, bro, this chick had the biggest tits I've ever seen.
First of all, it's not the girl's fault that this friend of ours sucks.
Because, oh, man.
Well, sucked.
Fuck,
okay. Yeah. He's okay now.
And then, so, this Celine chick, she was, I don't know if you ever watched Friends, but do you remember when Chandler always dated that Janice chick? She always popped up out of nowhere.
That one, yeah?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So whenever he felt lonely, he would call her. And then a couple of days in, he's like, I can't stand the bitch. And try to break up with her. She was my Janice.
He was so cool.
I remember one night, I felt so lonely. I think I was 18, and I didn't get one of these ones for a while, and fucking for like about a month or two, I didn't get no sex.
How much of a fucking player were you by 18, bro? What the fuck?
I was a late starter, but I came back peak. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't, because I never did any of that. Anyway.
So I go, fuck, Ben, I haven't talked to any girls in over a good couple of months. I go, I'm starting to feel lonely. And I go, I had her phone number on my contacts, but I just haven't spoken to her in about a year. This selling chick.
Ooh, hard to get.
I go, not hard to get. I just didn't want to talk to her. And I go, you know what?
More
let me
hard
talk
to
to her. I go, let me talk to her and let me see if she's single and see if she wants to go out on a date. And I call her up. Hey, Sarah, how you been? Oh my God, Jihun, how are you? Oh my God, I miss you so much. Oh yeah, I miss you too. Full cheese dick. And then I go, so you single? She goes, no, I've got a boyfriend. We've been dating for 2 months. It's getting serious. We're going to get married. I'm like, what? And I go, do you still want to meet up though?
It's like, what for? You like Frisbee?
I go, I'm happy for you, Celine. I go, yeah, let's meet up. I go, let's meet up. I go, we'll have coffee, whatnot. And she goes, yeah, all right, done.
And discuss politics.
This was the conversation. Me just looking at her breasts, and she goes, you still can't stop looking at my tits. I go, I'm sorry, I can't. She's like, yeah, I've been talking to this guy for 2 months. We're serious. And then literally a few days later, bro. A fucking few days later, she goes, I broke up with him. I want to be with you.
Whoa, that was quick.
Wait, at this point in time, I'm over her. I'm avoiding her like the plague, bro. With her, we stopped talking after she got into a fight for my ex-fiancé. They got into a huge argument, huge fight.
You hear that? Ex-fiance.
Yeah, I was rooting for the wrong team at the time, bro.
Yeah, rooting. You can't beat a root. I love beetroot.
Beetroot.
The moral to this story is JJ is a really nice guy. Long walks on the beach. He's real funny. Great personality. And he's a fucking asshole to his friends. And that's the kind of person you want.
As if you would want, your daughter dating a guy like this.
Daughter dating a guy like this. It actually sounds like nice lyrics in a rap. Daughter dating a guy like this.
Is your daughter available?
You know when you said, I really like your beard and stuff? So I'm planning to grow it a bit longer, right?
Because you look like a Muslim warrior, bro. I love it.
Yeah, that was definitely the aim.
All the Mujahideens will love you.
I told Amir this. I go, oh yeah, I'm looking. Our mate Amir, who is known to be the biggest clown out of us, puts absolute shit and teases the crap out of all of us. Anyway, I go, oh bro, I'm looking to grow this beard. And this is just the beginning. He goes, yeah, man. He goes, you just got to go through the, just the ugly phase. But, the trouble is you've been there for a while. And then I was like, oh, I'm laughing too hard. That's actually hurting my feelings just a little bit. I really want to point this out. So, you know how at the beginning of the episode, I said that thing about squirrels? Okay, so here's the thing. I want to read this out.
I wasn't really paying too much attention to you at the beginning of the podcast.
Okay, this is for real. Okay, I'm going to read this out to you.
Okay, go on.
Iran, okay, in 2007, the wording in this is so fucking stupid, took hostage 14 foreign squirrels who were attempting to infiltrate the country with spy gear, okay?
Wow.
According to state news, though no photos were ever released, as a former CIA agent told NPR, no, it's complete idiocy. You can't use squirrels for espionage. The squirrels' whereabouts are unknown.
Bullshit.
Okay. They detained over a dozen squirrels found within the nation's borders, claiming the rodents were serving as spies for Western powers determined to undermine the Islamic Republic.
No, that's fucking good. That's pretty accurate, man. Like, I remember I was doing my security course and fucking sitting next to me was a cow. And I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Hey, bro, how is this cow doing his fucking security course? And he's just looking at me going... And he fucking passed before me, bro. What the fuck?
He passed before you?
Yeah, because I was copying his stuff, bro.
You gotta be... Well, how does that make you feel? I mean, a cow's passed
Pretty stupid, bro. I felt pretty dumb. Going, fuck... I didn't even know how to apprehend someone. A fucking cow knew, bro. A cow knew what position, fix. I can't even say the fucking word, bro. This cow's that smart.
How was this cow sitting on a fucking a chair in a classroom? Like, it wouldn't make sense, ergonomically speaking. They'd be like this.
If that doesn't make sense, then how does fucking squirrels trying to infiltrate a nation make sense? That made sense to me. How does this not make sense to you?
Oh, all right. Well, here's the thing. This is why it actually does make sense with the squirrels, because squirrels,
go on.
Like, there's a lot of them here in the UK. Okay, and this is why I brought it up. They're rampant at the moment. Like, you see them running around. They look like they look like ferrets. Okay, they've got these like fluffy tails.
Yeah, I know what squirrels look like, bro.
I just wanted to inform our audience.
They know what squirrels look like.
Bro, there's a photo of one on fucking skis. Anyway. So on like water skis, okay. This they look suspicious. That's what I'm trying to get at. They actually look suspicious. They got these big fucking black bulgy eyes, okay, and it looks like they either just done some mischief or they're about to. Yeah. And they've been tearing up my fucking artificial turf in my backyard, the cunts.
But bro, this cow straight out because they're gonna do an episode of Underbelly about him.
Why? What happened?
He was part of the whole King's Cross. Because this is how good animals were, bro. Right. He was fucking John Ibrahim's fucking bodyguard, bro.
No way. What, like his right-hand man?
No, his bodyguard, as in he take his life for him. Rest in peace, bro. The guy died, bro. The cow died. His name was Muhammad. Poor cunt.
Yeah, all the best to you in the afterlife. in
bro.
wherever, meet heaven, wherever you are.
He's my Muslim brother, what I used to call him.
But surely he would have some trouble with physically being able to be capable of doing those things.
Yeah, he got shot from behind. He couldn't really turn too quick.
That was the problem?
Yeah, bro. He was riding his Harley. He was part of the Nomads.
So you claim he did all these things. Can't someone just fucking tip this guy over? It's cow tipping, right? I would do that if he was my enemy. Just tip the cunt over.
Okay, but you tip him, but then he's fucking on where his feet are. He in between, he's got shanks. So as soon as he goes like that, you fucking just get shanked.
Oh.
Yeah.
You seem to know this quite well, strangely enough.
Cuz we studied the security course together, bro. We kept in contact, bro. We did a couple of shifts together.
That's pretty good. So, okay, so...
But okay, let me change it up.
Okay.
Did you ever hear about machine gun dingoes in Australia? So the whole going back to the squirrel incident in Iran, China is literally trying to invade Australia. Even if it's not land wise, economically and whatnot, but the Australian military, they're not taking any chances, bro. They started mating machine guns and foxes together. So then this fucking fox gave birth to a machine gun fox.
They work for China.
No, they work for Australia. Australia created those ones. And they just walk around.
But are they made purely to target the Chinese in Australia and to stop their reign?
Okay, this is where
I'm confused.
This is where training has to be more involved. Some of them end up legging it. Okay, I got drive-by one of these foxes. I thought it was Kadid, because we used to call him Fox back in the days. I'm like, hey man, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your Muhammad got to do with these guys? Is there a connection?
No, I'm just saying that all animals can be militants.
I see. So, but this Muhammad ended up becoming like a bit of a gangster, right?
Yeah, cuz he was a full patch bikie.
But he's dead. Fuck. Did you go to his funeral?
Yeah, he died. Like I said before, bro. Stop bringing it up, bro. He's dead. Why the fuck do you always keep bringing up his death, bro? It's fucking hard.
I don't know how sensitive I should be with these topics.
Be sensitive, bro.
You and animals, for some reason, are always involved with the government somehow. Okay?
Did I say anything about the government?
Last time we were talking about dolphins, you said that fucking they made you have sex with them. And then you said you couldn't talk much about it because the government was listening. And then fucking, I don't know, dude. I feel like a bit of a victim here as a fucking listener because now you're telling me about machine gun fox.
Why do we do this podcast for, bro? You don't get me.
Yeah, but I want to get you. And that's why I'm asking about it.
I told you, I explained everything, and you still sit there like a dumb cunt.
No, are you sensitive to this information? Can we find out a little bit more about it for the people out there that have never seen a fucking cow that can take part in classes?
Let's incriminate everyone then. Go on. What do you want to know about Muhammad, bro? That he shot fucking a lot of bikies? Okay? That he did a lot of hits for people?
I see.
You want to know about that? You wanted to go, when he did drive-bys back in the days?
I see what you're saying. I feel like a fool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I should have never mentioned Big Mooey.
Rest in peace, Muhammad. We shouldn't have said too much more.
Fucking idiot.
Hope you're okay. And with the Fox guys, that's crazy too.
That's only because I know someone in the military that's not from the government.
I hope that, the Chinese out there, for all you Chinese listeners, be careful. There's foxes with machine guns and they can da. So, whoa.
The thing goes skibbity pop pop.
Links effect.
Thank you for listening to another episode of No Grandmas Allowed. We were away for a week due to personal issues and whatnot. It's good to have a bit of a break for Imran and myself. But yeah, we're back bigger, better than ever. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. No Grandmas Allowed on Instagram, Facebook, and also on TikTok. And also follow us on our personal accounts. Imran Batman, J Hunduru. Imran, love ya. See you next time, buddy.
Ladies, brother. Take it easy.